All right, let's now bring in leadership expert Dr Mazwe Majola to speak to us about the kind of leadership that is needed in these local government elections. A very good afternoon to you, Prof Majola. Always a pleasure to have you on the show. Thanks so much for being with us.
Thank you very much, Flo, and thank you so much for inviting me.
Just as a start, I mean, what's been your observation in the runoff to the November elections and the faces that the different political parties are putting forward, as their candidates? I mean, interestingly, just before we spoke to you, we had a story just about the FF Plus and them putting Leonard Max, an interesting political character in this country, as one of the faces that will be representing them. I mean, what's been the surprises for you, and what has been your observation?
Well, I commend those parties who have put forward their candidates, because it's important for people to know who they are voting for. So it's important that parties should put forward their candidates. This thing of voting for the party and then you'll be told after the elections who will be your councillors. I think it's robbing people, really. It's not fair, because people want to know when they go then to those voting stations to say, I'm voting for who as the councillor of my community. To say that voting for the party, then after the elections you'll know who you're voting for. I think it's robbery. It's very, very unfair.
Yeah. Dr Majola, do you think that this would then be something that causes the rise of the independent candidates? Because in that case, you know exactly who you're voting for.
Yeah, absolutely. You're going to see, a lot of independent candidates being elected, because now, let's take, for instance, the ANC. If you're just voting for the ANC, but you don't know a specific person you are voting for in your own community, in your own ward, if ANC is still grappling, they're still having disputes about their candidate list, they haven't resolved that until after the elections. I think really it's going to be an Achilles heel for the ANC. It's going to affect them a lot, because people want to know who's going to be there, who's going to lead us. So this is going to give rise and opportunity to independent candidates and those parties who have put forward their candidates.
Yeah, and of course the voters do have that important task then of selecting leadership that will represent their needs and communities. What kind of leadership is needed? I think people in general have been quite vocal, particularly as we at a difficult time in the country and actually throughout the world. I mean, we're dealing with a pandemic, for example, so we've really gotten to see the kind of leadership that we're currently led by, and one wonders if at this point people do sort of understand and know what leadership is out there, and is there actually leadership that is capable of, coming to the needs of the people?
Well, local government is very important for the people, and it's a key government, because it's a government that is closer to the people. It's a government that is serving the people's needs. So you need councillors, you need mayors, you need people who are servants. People will be serving the people, not serving themselves. So as people vote for these people, they must make sure that will this person be our servant? Will this person serve us? Or will this person serve himself or serve herself? We need diligence. People are hardworking. People who will work hard to transform people's lives and communities. You need ethical leaders. People who are corruption free, people with good character. So there's some of the things that people must really look for as they are voting for these people. You need trustworthy people, honesty, people who are honest, people who are consistent with what they say. They must mean what they say, and they must say what they mean. And it's very important for our people when they vote to make sure that they look for those those people who have those qualities.
Yeah, you've certainly probably taken a look at some of the election manifestos that have, in fact, been launched thus far. I mean, what is your, perception of what is being said by the different political parties and the different leaders? Are people sold by these election manifestos? And one wonders if people were ever actually sold by election manifestos to begin with. Are you hearing the same old, or is there something new that you're picking up this time around?
Well, we must say that indeed, obviously, I mean, with all fairness, most political parties have been caught napping in terms of with the elections dates. So they were not prepared. So most of them it has been a cut and paste really. What they said before is the same thing they're saying today. And I wonder how many people who are there other than us as journalists and analysts, as scholars, who are really read those manifestos and analyze them. People out there, they just need simple people. They just need people who are going to serve us, people who are going to take care of our needs, who are going to love our community, people who are going, I mean, as I'm saying, that people who are going to be trustworthy. Trust is the foundation of leadership. People who are going to trust, and then people who are going to, who are going to bring a delivery service into our community. That's what people are hungry for. That's what people are longing for. And how I so wish that this time around, really our political parties would respect people's needs and their wishes.
All right. Dr Mazwe Majola, always a pleasure to have you on the show. Thank you so very much, sir. All right. That is Dr Mazwe Majola, leadership expert, talking to us about the kind of leadership that is required in the run-up to the elections.